Hey, this is BlindFox. Welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today is the lunch part of the MRE International, the Tactical Lite Ration, day 2. And it was packed in 2022. We've got Provitas, 4 of them. We've got Gouda cheese. I know it because I don't have to read it, it's the yellow one. We've got rice, vegetables with beef, very saucy, and I can feel the beef in here. It's either beef or big pieces of potato, and I don't know which one it is. It could be big pieces of potato, it also could be big pieces of beef. Let's see, this one, I don't know, might be big pieces of potato. I'm not really sure. Going to squash it a bit finer, not too fine since I'm not sure if it's beef pieces or potato. The reason I'm squashing it if it's beef is simply because the beef is real beef, so it's very dry, so the sauce needs to get into the beef particles here. This is a very, very saucy dish. And then we've got our tropical isotonic drink. We do have a coffee, which I'm not going to use now. I'm not in the mood for coffee. We did do the coffee, it tasted nice. I did it at breakfast, so go and check out the breakfast portion of this if you want to see the coffee. Normally I'd review most of the stuff in the ration, but just not going to do it today. And I can't remember if we did the sweets at breakfast. So here is a sweetie for us. So this you need to heat up for about 15 to 20 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes in boiling water, or pop it up and heat it up in the microwave. There's no nutritional facts on this. It just says it's 400 grams. This needs a cup of water. So I'll go and mix it and be back. Okay, there we go. Let's see. A very soupy, saucy, a yellowish sauce. Definitely potatoes there, so be careful what you squash. I'm glad I made the potatoes a bit smaller because they were really big. It looks like potatoes. I haven't seen any rice. Oh wait, there might be a few pieces. I'm not sure. But definitely potatoes, beef. There's a pea. I think there was maybe a sweet corn, I'm not sure, but anyway, let's taste this. I'm not sure, but I don't find rice in this thing. I get beef, a load of potatoes, with a nice structure, and a lot of sauce. And then there's vegetables. I don't find any rice. Unless I'm missing it. It's nice, it's got sort of a stroganoff taste. The cheese, as you see, same as the cheddar, very got structure. Not as salty though. So we're going to dump in a big dollop there, which we will mix in a bit. Sort of sticky. It's not as salty. It still has that processed cheese taste, but not as much as the cheddar does. Our Provita tastes like a very crisp bread. You can of course eat your potatoes and meat on this as well. We might just try it. Definitely not as salty as the cheddar is. Gouda is much more mild. Let that stand for some more. Let's do our drink. Tropical. It's sort of not really slightly soury, but not really as sour as some of the other drinks I had. Tastes more like rehydration fluid than anything else. I'm not a fan of these drinks. Now this, on the other hand, I'm still looking for the rice. Maybe someone sees the rice there, but if there's rice there, there's really not a lot of rice. This is more potatoes with beef and vegetables. Cheesiness gives it more of a cheesiness. This, I think, if you really want to, you can squash the meat and potatoes really, really fine. And you can end up with a little soup because there's such a lot of sauce here. There's truly no rice in here. I'm sure if you want to thicken this up, you can always add all of your cheese, bash your crackers or your Provitas fine and add it in here, it might help. Or you might just go in and squash, beforehand squash all of the potatoes, all of the meat, and have a soup. This is not bad. It's not a highly flavored thing, but there is a subtle flavor in this. Sort of a creaminess. As I said, not the real stroganoff flavor I'm used to, but it sort of reminds you of that. You don't have the mushroom bit, but it is sort of a very nice and creamy, saucy flavor. And I'm still looking for the rice here. But very many potatoes, which is nice. Very many beef. Quite nice. And then we end our meal with this sugar tablet sweet thing. Nice and sour. Reminiscent of Super C's. The same idea. But if there's any vitamin C in here, I don't know. Sugar, a lot. Definitely some or other acidy thing to make it nice and sour. And you can see there the soury structure. So that was our dinner. Only I can make 4 things last for 7 minutes. Boring. Isotonic drink. They could have added a little bit of sourness here. Gouda is nice. It's not as sweet as the cheddar. You still get some of those, and it doesn't taste as processed, although it's also processed cheese. Provitas, nice as always. It's sort of a crispy bread taste because of all the wheat that's in there and grains. This, very surprised, almost beef stroganoff type thing. The potatoes held their structure nicely. The meat also did have its structure. The problem with this is, I normally squash the meat so that the sauce can get into it, but there's such a lot of potato there, you might squash the potato. You could, of course, go all the way and squash all of the big lumps small, and I think end up with a thicker soup type thing, which is also interesting. As I said, sort of a creamy taste, nice, and if you add the cheese, more cheese you add, the more cheesy it will taste. You can always add both of them here. I don't know how the chicken one will be. We will get that one at dinner. So this was our review of the MRE International. Their MRE International ration pack day 2. Their tactical light ration. These rations come in 6 there's 6 tactical light rations. So I didn't take all 6 menus. I just sort of did a selection of a few. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please support. I'm lucky I didn't take all 6. I mean, 6 banana porridges will not have worked. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel. Please subscribe. Please go and donate on patreon.com and see you at my next ration review.